Paper number 645. Now in this paper number 645, question number 66 to 70. Yes, tell me what is the information here, question number 66 to 70. Now in this one, 7 friends. Now these 7 friends, what are the names of these 7 persons? M, N, O, P, Q, R, and S. And like different toothpaste, namely Colgate, Close-Up, and so on. And each friend is also studying a different specialization in engineering. Yes, what is the information given here? One is the person, next one the toothpaste they like, and the next one is the trade in which into. Then next one. Now, sir, here first we are fixing the persons. MN, how many persons are there? In total 7 persons. M, N, O, P, Q, R, and S. Now 7 persons, like 7 different toothpaste, and at the same time, and they are studying different streams of engineering. And the one who likes meswork studies biomedical. Information clearly gives about the person who likes meswork. As of now, we cannot able to determine the person, isn't it? Hence, whoever likes meswork, and this meswork is what? And studies biomedical. Meswork is biomedical. And next one, N likes oral B. N is clearly given. And this N likes oral B. N likes oral B and studies neither civil nor chemical. N is neither civil nor chemical. Civil and chemical well ruled out. Hence, put a cross for these two. Civil and chemical. And the one who studies chemical likes neither Pepsodent nor Colgate. And chemical, the one who likes chemical, neither Pepsodent nor, and what is the other thing? Nor Colgate. Colgate and Pepsodent is ruled out for these two. And neither Pepsodent nor Colgate. The one who studies electrical. Now the statement is regarding the one who studies electrical likes Sensodyne. Electrical likes Sensodyne. Hence, the one who likes electrical likes this Sensodyne. Sensodyne is electrical. Electrical is Sensodyne. Next one. S studies mechanical. Now S is a mechanical. S likes mechanical. And next one, N likes neither Colgate nor Close-Up. Neither Colgate nor Close-Up. Hence, these two were ruled out. Close-Up and Colgate were ruled out. Next one. P likes neither meswork nor Sensodyne. P is neither meswork nor Sensodyne. P is neither meswork nor Sensodyne. Next one. And studies neither civil nor chemical. Now this P, civil and chemical, this is also ruled out. Neither civil nor chemical. O like Pepsodent. Now O likes Pepsodent. O like Pepsodent. Next one. And the one who likes oral B does not study computer. Oral B does not study computer, hence computer is also ruled out here, isn't it? And R does not like Sensodyne. R does not like Sensodyne, hence Sensodyne here is also ruled out. And does not study biomedical. R biomedical, this is also ruled out to this R. And next one. Q does not study electrical. Now Q does not study electrical. Now this is what the information we have, isn't it? Now if you observe here, most of the information is a negative information. And this person does not belong to this one and so on. And meswork biomedical. As meswork biomedical, tell me what is the possibility to this meswork. Now S cannot be meswork and R cannot be meswork. Why R cannot be meswork? Because R biomedical is ruled out. Isn't Q can be meswork or P cannot be meswork and M or P. And so how many possibilities are left out to this meswork? Meswork can be either M or Q. Isn't it? Only 2 possibilities to this meswork. Either M or Q. The next one, electrical and Sensodyne. Now if you check out for this one, electrical and sensodyne must be together, sensodyne and electrical. Now this R cannot be sensodyne, isn't it? R neither biomedical nor sensodyne is clearly given. S cannot be sensodyne, and tell me whether Q can be sensodyne or not. No, Q. Q can be sensodyne or not. Q, if Q is sensodyne electrical, that is also ruled out, isn't it? And P cannot be sensodyne. Are you following this one or not? P cannot be sensodyne, R cannot be sensodyne, S cannot be sensodyne, and even Q cannot be sensodyne. Why? Because if Q is sensodyne, then electrical should be there, but as electrical is ruled out here, and sensodyne cannot be P, cannot be Q, cannot be R, cannot be S, cannot be N, or cannot be O. Hence, then tell me who likes sensodyne here? M likes sensodyne. If M likes sensodyne, then sensodyne and electrical, and this M is electrical. Done with this? Now we can able to fix this sensodyne and electrical. Then this information has been done. Now meswork is either P or either M or Q, out of which M is ruled out because M likes sensodyne. Hence now who likes meswork here? Q likes meswork. If Q likes meswork, then meswork and biomedical, hence this person must be biomedical. Done with this, we have used this information as well. Then what else is left over here? N. Sensodyne, Oral-B, Pepsodent and meswork 4 were completed. Now this S, if you observe here, this S cannot be Colgate, cannot be close-up. This S do not like Colgate and close-up. As this S does not like Colgate and close-up, and this S does not like Sensodyne, Oral-B, Pepsodent and meswork. Hence out of these 7, 6 were ruled out, isn't it? Are you following this one or not? This S cannot be Sensodyne, cannot be Oral-B, cannot be Pepsodent, cannot be meswork, cannot be close-up and cannot be Colgate. Hence these 6 were ruled out. Then what is left out to this S? This S must be bubble. Done? If S is bubble, then next one. What is the other information left over here? And we have used this information as well. And this sensodyne and biomedical cannot be at this place. And here in this one, now regarding this P. Now this P cannot be CI stands for what? Chemical, cannot be civil, cannot be civil, cannot be, and this one cannot be meswork and cannot be sensodyne. Then coming to this one, what is the other information left over here? Now regarding this one, this person Oral-B cannot be computers, cannot be civil, cannot be chemical, 3 were ruled out, cannot be electrical, cannot be medical, cannot be mechanical. Done with this? Hence what is left out to this one? This person N must be production. Are you following this one or not? Out of the 7, this N for 6 it is ruled out. Hence N is production. If N is production, then civil, now this person cannot be civil, isn't it? And civil and chemical cannot be by this person, civil and chemical. As civil and chemical cannot be by this person, tell me what is the other information left over here? And Sensodyne, Pepsi and chemical. Now this chemical, if you observe here, Pepsodent and Colgate cannot be chemical. Hence chemical cannot be at this place. Chemical cannot be by N, cannot be O, isn't it? And cannot be P. Then what is left over here? This R must be chemical. Are you following this one or not? If R is chemical, then this as R is chemical, R cannot be Pepsodent, cannot be Colgate. As R cannot be Colgate, hence this P must be Colgate. If P is Colgate, then this R must be close-up. Are you following this one or not? Then coming to the remaining electrical production and chemical and civil. Then what else is left over here? This person cannot be chemical, cannot be civil. Hence tell me who is civil here? This O is civil. If O is civil, then tell me what is the other thing left over here? Computers is left over, and this person P must be computers. Done? And this is about question number 66 to 70. It comes under distribution, 2-parameter distribution. Completed? Then next one after this, question number 66 to 70, then 71 to 75. Now in this 71 to 75, tell me how many persons are there? G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N are the 8 persons. G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N are the 8 persons are seated around a square table in such a way that 4 of them sit at 4 corners of the square, while 4 sit in the middle of each of the 4 sides. 4 at the corners, 4 at the middle of each of the sides, and the one who sit at the 4 corners face outside, while those who sit in the middle of the sides facing the center. Now these 8 persons were there. Now among these 8 persons seated around a square table, 4 at the corners and 4 at the centers, the persons who are at the centers are facing the center and the corners are facing away. And each one of them owns a mobile phone of different brands, Samsung, Nokia and so on. Then square table, inward outward is given and along with a distribution. Now let us take this is a square table. Now in this square table 8 persons were there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are the 4 persons who are seated at the centers, they are facing towards the center, and the remaining persons who are seated at the corners are facing away from the center. Done with this, this is what the information provided. And the one who owns genophone sits second to the right of N. Now in these type of questions, first we need to determine whether any information given regarding any person seated at the center or away from the center. Now in this one, N sits at one of the corners of the table clearly given. As N is at one of the corners of the table, we can fix this at N at any one of these 4 corners, isn't it? Hence N is here. N sits at one of the corners of the table. This N is facing away from the center, and the one who owns genophone sits second to the right of N. Genophone, the one who likes genophone must be at this place. Done with this? Genophone sits second to the right of N. N sits at one of the corners of the table. Both J and the one who owns lavaphone are immediate neighbors of the one who owns genophone. And who are the persons here? Both the persons. Who are those 2 persons? One is immediate neighbor, lavaphone. J and the one who owns lavaphone are immediate neighbors to Geno. If J is here, then lavaphone will be at this place, or if J is here, then lava must be at this place. Done with this? And J and lava, and next one, immediate neighbors of the genophone. J does not own a lavaphone. J does not own a lavaphone. Next one, only one person sits between the one who owns genophone and G. Between genophone and G, there must be exactly one person, hence G must be here. Done with this? Then next one, the one who owns a Motorola mobile sits out to the left of I. And I is not an immediate neighbor of G. I is not an immediate neighbor of G, hence I cannot be at this place. I is not an immediate neighbor of G, I cannot be here, I cannot be here, isn't it? I cannot be here. And next one, what is the other information here? The one who owns a mobile Motorola sits out to the left of I, and I can be Geno, isn't it? I can be Geno, that is one possibility. Then what is the other possibility here? I is not an immediate neighbor, I does not own lavaphone. As I does not own lavaphone, isn't it? Hence I cannot be in this place, I cannot be, may or may not be at this place. And only one person sits between the one who owns Motorola and the one who owns Samsung. Then J does not own a Samsung mobile. J does not own Samsung mobile. Next one, what is the other possibility to this I? Can I be at this place? No, sir. Can you take I at this place? This is one of the possibilities. If you take I at this place, then I is not an immediate neighbor of G. I is not an immediate neighbor of G. I does not own lavaphone. And next one, what is the other possibility here? This Motorola. The one who owns Motorola sits out to the left of I if I is here, and the one who owns Motorola must be at this place. Motorola is at this place. And I is not an immediate neighbor of G. I does not own a lavaphone. And next one, only one person between Motorola and the one who owns Samsung. Motorola and Samsung, there must be exactly one person here. And the Samsung can be at this place or at this place. Done with this? And Samsung can be in any one of these 2 places. The next one, only one person between Motorola and Samsung, and J does not own Samsung mobile. As J does not own Samsung mobile, next one, L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns Samsung. L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns Samsung. If Samsung is here, L cannot be adjacent to this Samsung, isn't it? Hence, where should this Samsung be? Samsung must be here. If Samsung is here, L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns Samsung. All these red colored is nothing but a possibility. Hence L at this place. And next one, L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns Samsung mobile, and the one who owns a Nokia phone sits second to the left of K. Nokia is seated second to the left of K. Then tell me where can this Nokia be? Nokia is seated second to the left of K. Then what are the different possibilities we can have for this K? Nokia is seated second to the left of K. If K is here, then Nokia is seated second to the left of K. Next one. H neither owns Motorola phone nor a Samsung. H neither Motorola nor Samsung. Hence H cannot be in these two places. As H cannot be in these two places, then where should this H be? JRH or JRH, isn't it? And JRH. H neither owns a Motorola phone nor a Samsung. One of the immediate neighbors of H owns Apple phone. One of the immediate neighbors of H owns Apple phone. L does not own L is not Sony phone. And this is what the information we have. Then if you take this one K and Nokia. Now K and Nokia is seated second to the left of K. The one who owns Nokia sits second to the left of K. Tell me where can this K be? Now G at this place, HRJ, I, HRJ, N, L is done. Now we are left with K. And K and Nokia. Now can K be at this place? Tell me here. If K is here, Nokia and Motorola must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence K cannot be at this place. As K cannot be here, what is the only possibility? K must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? Hence K is here. If K is here and the one who owns Nokia and she sits second to the left of K, then where should this Nokia be? Nokia must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? And Nokia must be at this place. If Nokia is here, then lava cannot be here. And where will this lava be? Lava must be at this place. If lava is here, then who is the person left over? Lava at this place. If lava is here and I does not own lava, hence I must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? And now so L does not own a Sony phone. H neither owns. L is not an immediate neighbor of the one who owns Samsung. L is an immediate neighbor. Now I at this place, then who is the person left over here? J is the person left over, isn't it? Hence where should this J be? Any information regarding this J? L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns Samsung. The one who owns a Nokia phone sits second to the left of K. Next one. H neither owns Motorola nor a Samsung. H neither Motorola nor Samsung. Hence H cannot be Samsung. Hence where should this H? H can be either lava or Nokia. And next one, H neither owns Motorola nor Samsung. One of the immediate neighbors of H owns Apple phone. One of the immediate neighbors of H owns Apple phone. Hence H cannot be Nokia, isn't it? Then L does not own this one. Let us have a glance to the entire information once. The one who owns Geno phone sits second to the right of N. N sits at one of the corners of the table. Both J and the one who owns lava phone are immediate neighbors of Geno. J does not own lava phone. As J does not own lava phone, hence J must be at this place. J owns Nokia. As J owns Nokia, then what is the other information left over here? H must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? If H is here, then who is the person left over? M is the person left over, M must be here. If M is here, L does not own the last information. L does not own Sony. As L does not own Sony, and one of the immediate neighbors of H likes Apple, hence one of the immediate neighbors of H likes Apple means this G must like Apple. And L does not own Sony, and this N likes Sony. If N likes Sony, then what is the other information left over here? And the other phone is Micromax, and this L likes Micromax. Done with this? And this is about question numbers 71 to 75. Then 76 to 80 and 81 to 85. Now in this 76 to 80 and 81 to 85, 76 to 80 comes under coded inequalities, 81 to 80 syllogisms. As first write down this arrangement, then let us discuss about the next one. As 76 to 80, any doubts in these 5? coded inequality 76 to 80. Question number 76 to 80. Then 81 to 85, 76 to 80, there are 4 conclusions given on this one. Yes, any doubts in these 5? Shall I explain this one 76 to 80? Then 81 to 85. Now in this 81 to 85, these are based on syllogisms. Now in these syllogisms, all dates are months. Now the questions are based on does not follow. In this question are given 4 statements followed by 4 conclusions, one of which definitely does not logically follow. Now it comes under does not follow. As it comes under does not follow, yesterday we had discussed about reverse syllogism, isn't it? And today we are discussing about this does not follow. And in this does not follow, what do you mean by this does not follow? Out of the given 5 options, isn't it? 4 conclusions may or may not follow, isn't it? 4 conclusions can definitely follows, or there is a possibility of follows. But whereas one of the conclusions is there, it cannot be true even in a single time. Clear? Hence now we need to pick out the conclusion which cannot be true even once. That's what we mean by does not follow. Hence in this one, all dates are months. Hence in this does not follow cases. Hence in does not follow cases, how to solve these type of questions? Our main objective is to prove that conclusion can be true at least once or not, isn't it? Our main intention is to prove the conclusion whether it can be true at least once or not. Why? Because if it is true once, it cannot be 100% false. And if it cannot be true at least once, it will be 100% false. Done with this? And from here, we are focusing on only whether it can be true or not. Hence, whenever there is an affirmative conclusion in does not follow, always take that affirmative conclusion as a possible conclusion only. Clear now? Take the affirmative conclusions as a possible conclusions. Then coming to question number 81, all dates are months. All the dates are months can be written like this or not? All dates are months and all months are weeks. All dates are months, all months are weeks, and no week is a second. No week is a second means no intersection between week and second, and all seconds are hours. All the seconds are hours. This is the basic diagram. Hence, with the help of this basic diagram, what is the first conclusion? No date is a second. No date is a second, true or false? As of now it is true. As it is true once, it cannot be your answer, because it cannot be 100% false. Hence, whenever you got it follows, leave that one. It cannot be your answer at all. Then coming to the second, all dates are weeks. All dates are weeks, that's also follow. That is also true. As it is true once, it cannot be your answer. Then all hours being dates is a possibility. All hours being dates is a possibility or not. Okay, third one. Then fourth one, all months being hours is a possibility. All months being hours is a possible or not. Then no month is a second. Then the third one, all hours or dates is a possibility. Yes, tell me all hours can be dates or not. If you take all hours or dates, then can this be true at least once here, 81? Now in this one, all hours are being dates is a possibility. Now in order to make this one possible, all hours are dates. Now this entire hour must be part of this date hour. Can you draw hour like this? If you draw hour like this, then all seconds are hours. Second will also come along with this one. If second comes along with this one, no week is a second will be false. Hence alternate the possibility it cannot be true at least once. As it cannot be true at least once, it is 100% false. Done with this? Are you getting the answer or not? It cannot be true even in a single time. As it cannot be true even in a single time, hence we should agree the fact that it is 100% false. Done with this? Then what about choice for all months are hours is a possibility? All months are hours. Is it possible here? All months are hours? How is it possible? All months are hours. Kudurtunda? Ela avutundandi? Third one avledante fourth ela avutundi? All months are hours. Is it possible or not? Is it possible at least once? All months are hours. Yes, how to draw this one? Yes, hours. Now tell me whether we can draw hours like this or not. Yes. The negative statement is in between second and week. and without intersecting these two I can able to draw a diagram wherein all months are hours. Hence it is possible or not? As it is true once, it cannot be your answer. Then the fifth one, no month is a second. No month is a second is definitely true as of now. Hence, except choice 3, all the remaining 4 are what? Can be true at least once, but as third one cannot be true even in a single time. As it cannot be true even once, hence we should agree the fact that it is 100% false. Done with this? Then this is about question number 81. 81, choice 3. Then coming to this 82. Now in this 82, tell me what are the statements here? Some polishes are varnishes. Some of the polishes or varnishes can be written like this, polish and varnish. And all varnish are reagents. All these varnish are what? Reagent. And no reagent is a chemical. No reagent is a chemical. No intersection between these two. All glosses are chemicals. All these glosses are chemicals. Now this is a basic diagram. Hence with the help of this basic diagram, what is the first one? No gloss is varnish. No gloss is varnish. As of now it is true. As it is true once, it cannot be the answer. And all varnishes or polishes is a possibility. All varnishes are polishes. All varnishes or polishes is possible or not? No, sir. No, all varnish. No. Tell me whether we can draw polishes like this or not. If you draw polish like this, it can be true at least once. As it is possible, it is true once. As it is true, it cannot be your answer. And no reagent is a polish. Reagent is here polish. Is it true here? No reagent is a polish cannot be true even once, because some of the reagents are polishes. As some reagents are polish is true, hence no reagent is a polish will be false forever. It cannot be true even once, hence we must agree the fact that it will be false forever. Choice 3. Done with this? Question number 82, it is choice 3 is the answer. Hence for this one, we are not supposed to go for an alternate diagram. In the does not follow for negative conclusions, no alternate diagram is required. Hence, whenever it is an affirmative conclusion, then we are going for a possibility. That possible diagram only should be checked out rather than an alternative diagram. Then, and this is about question number 82, choice 3 is the answer. Then question number 83. Now in this 83, tell me what is your answer here? No bracket is comma. All stops are commas. All these stops are what? All stops are commas. And no bracket is a comma. No bracket is a comma means no intersection between this bracket and comma. And all dashes are brackets. All these dashes are what? All dashes are brackets. And all brackets are exclamations. All brackets are what? Exclamation. Now this is the basic diagram. Hence with the help of this basic diagram, what is the first conclusion? No dash is a comma. No dash is a comma is true as of now. And the second one, all exclamations are commas. All exclamations are commas, that is false. As it is false once, now we need to check out whether it is 100% false or not. How to check out this one? Hence now we need to consider this. All exclamations are commas is a possible or not. Isn't it? Hence whenever there is an affirmative conclusion, now we need to treat this affirmative conclusion as a possible conclusion. Hence, now we are taking that whether all exclamations are commas is possible or not. All exclamations are commas, that means your commas should be like this. Then only all exclamations are commas is possible. Now tell me whether we can draw commas like this. If you draw commas like this, then what is your statement here? No bracket is a comma will be false, because all brackets are commas. As all brackets are commas is true, no bracket is a comma will be false, and statement will be invalid. As statement will be invalid, it cannot be true at least once. As it cannot be true at least once, it is 100% false. Hence, whenever there is an affirmative conclusion, though it is not given as a possibility, we have considered this as a possibility because we have checked out whether it can be true at least once or not. ఒక్కసారైనా ట్రూ అవుతుందా లేదా చెక్ చేసాం. ఒక్కసారి కూడా ట్రూ అవ్వలేదు అంటే అర్థం ఏం చెప్పండి, 100% false. Done with this? Now this is about question number 83. Then 84. Now in this question number 84, all prints are scans. All these prints are what? All prints are scans. And next one, all scans are graphs. All prints are scans. All scans are graphs. And some chart are print. Some of the chart are print can be written like this, chart and print. All charts are tables. All the charts are tables. Now this is the basic diagram. As this is the basic diagram, then what is the first conclusion here? No graph is a print. No graph is a print. Is it true or false? It is 100% false, because all prints or graphs is true. Hence some graphs or print is also true. No graph is a print will be false. Hence what is your answer here? Choice 1. Question number 84, it is choice 1. It is 100% false. Then coming to question number 85. Now in this 85, no rhythm is a beat. All beats are paces. All these beats are what? All beats are paces. And no rhythm is a beat. No rhythm is a beat means no intersection between this rhythm and beat. And next one, all paces are music. All these paces are music can be written like this. All these paces are music. And no music is a lyric. No music is a lyric. Music and lyric cannot be intersected. Then first one, no beat is a lyric. No beat is a lyric is definitely true as of now. As it is true once, no need to check out once again. And some lyrics are paces. Some lyrics are paces. Lyric is here, pace is here. That is false as of now. As it is false once, now we need to check out whether it is 100% false or not. Hence, in the case of does not follow, whenever a conclusion is false once, then we are reassuring whether it is 100% false or not. We are not bothered about the conclusions which are true. Why? Because as it is true, it cannot be your answer. If it is false, now we are checking out whether it can be your answer or not, 100% your answer or not. As it is false once, now I am checking out whether it can be true at least once or not. That means some lyrics or paces can be true or not. Some lyrics or paces, in order to make this one, some lyrics or paces. Now your diagram of lyric and pace must be like this. Now tell me whether we can draw lyric like this. If you draw lyric like this, then what happens here? No lyric is, no music is a lyric will be false. Statement invalid, hence it cannot be true at least once, as it cannot be true. Hence it is 100% false. Then what is your answer? Choice 2 is the answer. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 81 to 85. Then afterwards 81 to 85, next is 86 to 90, question numbers 86 to 90, this comes under which category? And input and output. Now in this 86 to 90 input and output, now first we need to identify the logic behind this one. Tell me how many elements are there in this one, the number of elements in this one. Now input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In total we are having some 12 elements, isn't it? How many steps are there? 6 steps are there. 12 elements are there, 6 steps. That means then we need to compare these two. Now if you then first identify the logic behind this one. In order to identify the logic, which two should be compared here? Input and the final output should be compared. And what is the final output? Step 6. Then if you compare these two, input and step 6, then the numbers 23, 30, 39, 49, 56, 72, all the numbers are arranged in the ascending order. Then coming to these words, your, trip, tank, park, hand, care, the words are arranged in the descending order. Yes, tell me what is the logic here? Numbers in the first 6 positions, all the numbers should be arranged in the ascending order and followed by the words in the descending order. Numbers ascending order, words in the descending order. Now the logic has been finalized. Now we need to identify the pattern followed in this. Now in order to identify the pattern followed in this one, then tell me what is the change in this one? 72 has been arranged at the first place. Now again if you observe here, there are 12 elements given in the input. How many steps are there? 6 steps are there. That means in each step how many elements are being arranged? 2 elements, isn't it? Hence now the number 72 arranged at the first place. Then what is the other word which is arranged at the last place? Now your. Now the highest number arranged at the first place, the highest word arranged at the last place. Then from there onwards, 72 shifted to the second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place, sixth place. And similarly, this your shifted to the 11th position, 10th position, 9, 8, 7. The words are shifting to the left hand side and the numbers are shifting to the right hand side. And the next number to 72 is what? 56, arranged at the first place, 72 shifted to the next place, and the previous word to your is trip, arranged at the last place further. These elements are shifted to the left and right hand sides. Done with this, this is how these elements and words were arranged in 6 steps. And again, as all these 5 questions are based on a single input, always try to work out the entire procedure. Rather than directly working out on the answers, you are supposed to work out the entire procedure. Now this is about question numbers 86 to 90. Then 91 to 95. As 91 to 95. Now in this 91 to 95, tell me what is information given here? 10 persons from different. Now it is like a reading comprehension in English. Now 10 persons are there. 10 persons from different countries. Now 10 persons from 10 different countries. And what are those 10 different countries? In Switzerland, Spain, Italy, US and so on, 10 countries, and are seated in 2 parallel rows containing 5 people each in such a way that there is an equal distance between adjacent persons. And in row 1, and who are the persons in row 1? A, B, C, D and E are the persons in row 1. And row 1 are seated, and some of them are facing south and some of them are facing north. Now in row 1 itself, these 5 persons were there, A, B, C, D and E, and among these 5 persons, some are inward and some are outward. And then what about row 2 here? And row 2, P, Q, R, S and T are seated, and some of them are facing south and some of them are facing north. Now in row 2 also some north and some south is given. And at the same time, therefore in the given seating arrangement, each member seated in a row either faces another member of the row or seated behind each other. Either he is facing or seated behind that person. And all the information given above does not necessarily represent the order of seating in the final arrangement. And each person, apart from this one more information is also clearly given. What is that information here? Each person stays in different floors numbered from 1 to 12, from ground floor to top floor. Hence in total how many floors are there? 12 floors. And how many persons are there? There are only 10 persons are there. That means there are 2 floors which are vacant or unoccupied, isn't it? And from ground floor to top floor, there is only 1 floor between the person from Switzerland and the person from UK. And SC is not from Italy, and D is neither from UK nor from Australia and so on. Now from here onwards, the information has started. Done? Shall we start with this? Then condition number 1, there is only 1 floor between the person from Switzerland and the person from UK. Switzerland and UK, there is only 1 person. There is only 1 person, there is only 1 floor. There is only 1 floor between the person from Switzerland and the person from Italy. Hence in total, tell me how many floors are there? Total 12 floors, and this is 12. Total 12 floors are there. Now this is 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Then 12 persons. In total we are having only 10 persons. 10 persons living on these 12 different floors, and 2 of the floors are unoccupied, isn't it? That means 2 are vacant and 10 persons are in 10 different. And at the same time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 persons in 1 row and 5 persons in the other row. Now here also it is not clearly given which is row 1 and which is row 2. Hence we can fix any one of this. If you fix row 1 is here, then row 2 will be here, or vice versa. You can take in any order. Then S is not from Italy. S is not from Italy, and there is only 1 floor between the person from Switzerland and the person from UK. And UK and Switzerland, there must be exactly 1. And UK and Switzerland, there must be exactly 1 in either way. Whether UK is above Switzerland or Switzerland is above UK, isn't it? Hence here, the order is not clearly given, but where there is 1 floor between these 2. And S is not from Italy. Now S is not from Italy. S does not belong to Italy. S is not from Italy. D is neither from UK nor from Australia. And D is not from UK nor from Australia. D neither belongs to UK nor Australia. P sits immediate right of the person from Canada. Now P is to the immediate right of the person from Canada, as Canada is here. If Canada is here, then P is to the immediate right of the person from Canada. That means the person Canada must belongs to second row. Why second row? Because P, Q, R, S and T are the persons seated in the second row. Now P, Q, R, S and T are the persons in the second row, isn't it? Are in the second row, as PQ or SNT, and this whatever this P is to the immediate right of the person from, and D is neither, and P sits immediate right of the person from Canada. As P is seated to the immediate right of the person from Canada, this P and the person from Canada must belong to the same row or not, whether they are seated in the same row or not. And this P is seated in which row? Second row. As P is seated in second row, then Canada must also be in the second row. Whether P is north or south, that is not clearly given. Okay? Now all the persons are south and these persons are facing north. Now in each of these rows, persons are facing north and some persons are facing south. Then within the row itself, persons are north and south. Hence, and P sits to the immediate right of the person from Canada, and P, next one. R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and is from Canada, fine. R sits at one of the ends of the line and is from Canada, and this R must belongs to which one? R must belongs to the second one. As R belongs to the second one, how many possibilities do we have? Two possibilities. Either at the left hand or at the right hand. Now if R is at this place and the person from R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and is from Canada. And this R is from where? R is from Canada. As R is from Canada, then what is the other information here? And this P sits to the immediate right of the person from Canada. Then this P is seated to the immediate right of the person from Canada. Then what is the direction here? R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and is from Canada. As R is from Canada, P sits to the immediate right hand side, and this R must be facing towards south. Are you following this one or not? Now this is the first case. Then what is the second case? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if R is here, and this R who is from Canada, R belongs to Canada, then R will be towards north and P will be here. Isn't it? Then next one, Canada and P. We have taken this information, Canada and P. R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and is from Canada. C sits third to the right of the person from Spain. As C is seated third to the right of the person from Spain, C is seated third to the right of the person from Spain, and this Spain and C must belongs to row 1, isn't it? And C is seated third to the right of the person from Spain. Then tell me what is the possibility here. If Spain is here, then 1, 2, C must be here. C is seated third to the right of the person from Spain. As of now, we cannot represent the data, and P does not face A, and P does not face A, hence A cannot be at this place, A cannot be here, and here also A cannot be at this place. Are you following this one or not? And P does not face A and faces south direction. And who is facing south direction here? P is facing south, and here also P is facing south and is facing south direction. The person from Switzerland sits exactly between the person from Singapore and UK. Now Switzerland is exactly between UK and Singapore. UK and Singapore, and similarly here also UK and Singapore. Isn't it? Exactly between UK and Singapore, and the person from Australia faces the person from Singapore. Australia and Singapore are opposite to each other, as Australia and Singapore are opposite. Australia and Singapore are opposite. There is no place at all. Australia and Singapore are opposite to each other. Just remember this information. Australia and Singapore are facing opposite to each other. Now, so the person from Australia faces the person from Singapore. Now, underline this word faces. What do you mean by this word faces? Facing means these two persons are facing each other. That means the person who belongs to Australia is opposite to the person from Singapore and vice versa. These two persons are opposite because the word faces is there, isn't it? Then the person from Canada stays on odd number floor, and T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left of Q. And T is north direction and is facing to the immediate left hand side of Q. And T is facing north and is to the immediate left hand side of Q, isn't it? And so Q or T can be adjacent to each other. Are you following this one or not? Q and T are adjacent to each other, and as of now we cannot represent the data, and T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left of Q. One person sits between the persons from Italy and USA. Italy and USA, there must be exactly one person, as S and Italy are there, S and Italy are there, and at the same time Italy and USA is also there, isn't it? Then next one, T faces north, only one person between the persons from Italy and USA. The person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q. The person from USA is to the immediate right hand side of Q. That means Italy and USA and Q, all these persons are in second row, isn't it? Canada, Italy, USA, all these persons are in this one. If all those three persons are in this one, Canada, US and Italy, then this Switzerland, UK and Singapore must also be in the next row. Are you following this one or not? Okkasari jagata follow avvali ikkada. Because three persons we got, Canada, Italy and USA, those three persons belongs to second row. If those three persons belongs to second row, and UK, Singapore, Switzerland cannot belong to that row, because already three persons, if these three were added, then there will be six persons, which is not possible. Hence this UK, Singapore and Switzerland must belong to the first row, and out of which this Singapore and Australia are opposite to each other. Hence Australia must belong to second row. Hence tell me what are the countries which belongs to the second row as of now? Australia, Canada, and next one USA and Italy are the four we got, isn't it? Follow the Canada, USA, Italy and Australia are these four belongs to second row, and in the first row UK, Singapore, Switzerland belongs to the next row. Then P faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Spain, and P faces one of the immediate neighbors. Next, when the person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q, and Q who seated exactly in the middle of the row. Now finally we got that information. As Q is seated at one of the exactly middle of the row, Q is here. If Q is here, then T and Q are adjacent to each other, T will be here. If T is here, S will be here. Are you following this one or not? And then in this case, first let us discuss about the above case, isn't it? Because there is no space in this one, we could not able to represent the entire data in this, because lots of information to be represented here. Then now if you take Q at this place, Q and T, now this T is facing towards which direction? T is facing towards north. As T is facing towards north, now information regarding this T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left of Q. As T is to the immediate left of Q, this Q must also be facing towards north. Then only T is to the left hand side of Q, isn't it? Now we got this information regarding this one and this. Then whatever this say, P and A are not opposite to each other. Only one person sits between the persons from Italy and USA. The person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q. Immediate right hand side of Q, who is that person? USA. Hence who belongs to USA? This P belongs to USA. If this P belongs to USA, there is only one person between Italy and USA. Hence where should this Italy be? Italy must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? Hence Canada, USA, Italy were done. As Canada, USA and Italy were done, then what is the other information left over here? Australia. Then can Australia be at this place? And next one, the person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q. Q who is seated exactly in the middle of the row. P faces one of the immediate neighbor of the person from Spain, and P is one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Spain, and the person from Spain can be either here or Spain can be here. Are you following this one or not? Now out of which tell me whether Spain can be at this place or not. Spain ikkada undachadu. Because the person from P faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Spain. Hence P is facing this person. As P is facing here, the Spain can be either here or here. Or indirectly encoded. Spain ikkada undacha ledha at the center. Why? Because if Spain is here, there are three persons adjacent. Who are those three? Switzerland, UK and Singapore. Isn't it? If this person is at the center, there is no possibility for that one. And this case is completely ruled out. Hence where should this person Spain? Now the person who belongs to Spain must be at the corner. At the corner, that means he is opposite to the person from Canada. Follow here, Spain. If Spain is here, the person from Singapore, and next P faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Spain, and D faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Italy, and D is facing one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Italy, hence D can be either here or D can be here. One other person from Italy, the person from Singapore stays on the top floor. Now the Singapore is on the top floor, we can work out this one afterwards. Only one person sits between the person from Canada and Q. Canada and Q, there is only one person, that information is not at all required, isn't it? And C sits to the immediate right of the person who faces S. Now C is seated to the immediate right of the person who faces S, and C must be here, isn't it? That is only possible. C faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person who faces S. The person from Australia stays on the 4th floor. Only 2 persons between C and E. How many persons in between C and E? There are exactly 2 persons between C and E. As 2 persons in between C and E, hence E must be at this place. Done with this? There are only 2 persons in between C and E. S is neither from Switzerland nor from Brazil, and the person from UK sits second to the right of the person, and UK sits second to the right of the person from the person who belongs to north direction. One of the immediate neighbors of the person from UK is behind, one of the immediate neighbors of the person from UK is behind Italy, isn't it? Behind Italy, one of the immediate neighbors of the person from UK is behind Italy, then hence UK can be either at this place or UK at this place, isn't it? Are you following this one or not? One of the immediate neighbors of the person belongs to UK, he is behind Italy, T Italy, and this C is behind Italy, and UK is adjacent to this C. Follow utunara? UK is adjacent to C, and A faces the opposite direction to the person from New Zealand, and A is opposite New Zealand, and the person from Italy, New Zealand and USA stay on consecutive. The floor number of the person from Spain is the double of this one, the floor of number of the B is the square, neither A nor. And now this is what the information we have. Earlier we have an information regarding Spain and C. Spain and C, there are exactly 2 persons in between Spain and C. Then let us go through the information once again. First one, what is the first information here? And there is only one floor between the person from Switzerland and UK. SC is not from Italy, SC is not from Italy, and D is neither from UK nor from Australia. D neither belongs to UK nor from Australia. Next one, D neither belongs to UK nor Australia, and P sits to the immediate right of the person from Canada. We have taken that information. P is to the immediate, P sits to the immediate right of the person from Canada, and R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and is from Canada, and C sits third to the right of the person from Spain. As C is seated third to the right of the person from Spain, and the person from Spain, that is E, is facing towards south. Done? And P does not face A, P does not face A and faces south direction. P does not face A and faces south direction, P is facing south. The person from Switzerland sits exactly between Singapore and UK. Now, Switzerland seated between Singapore and UK, then tell me what is the possibility here? UK must be either here or here. As UK is here or here, then where should this Switzerland? This Switzerland must be here. Follow out leda? As if Switzerland is here and UK, and who is the other person here? UK and Singapore must be in these 2 places. Done with this? UK and Singapore. And then what is the other information here? Australia. Who is the person from Australia opposite? Australia and Singapore are opposite to each other. Then next one. And P does not face A and faces south direction. The person from Switzerland sits exactly between these 2. And the person from Australia faces the person from Singapore. Australia and Singapore are opposite. The person from Canada stays on the odd number floor, and T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left of Q. T is to the immediate left of Q. One person sits between Italy and USA, and the person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q, and next one. And Q, who seated exactly in the middle of the row, P faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Spain. P faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Spain. D faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Italy, and D is one of the persons from Italy. Next one, the person from Singapore stays on the top floor, and only one person between the person from Canada and Q, and C sits to the immediate right of the person who faces S. Now C is to the immediate right of the person who faces S, isn't it? C is to the immediate right of the person who faces S, this person must be facing S. isn't it? Now this C is facing to the right hand side of the person who is facing S. Hence, this person must be towards north. Next one, the person from Singapore, immediate right of the person who faces S. The person from Australia stays on the 4th floor. Only 2 persons between C and E. Only 2 persons between C and E. S is neither from Switzerland nor from Brazil. S neither Switzerland nor from Brazil. S Brazil is ruled out. Then as S Brazil is ruled out, and next one, the person from UK sits second to the right of the person who faces north direction. As UK is seated second to the right of the person from north direction. Now this person is facing north direction, this person, and this UK is seated second to the right of the person from north direction. And tell me, where should this UK be? Now this UK must be at this place. If UK is here, then what is the other possibility we have? Singapore. As Singapore, the person from Singapore will be at this place. As Singapore is at this place, now Singapore and Australia are opposite to each other, and this person must be Australia. Then, now Singapore, Switzerland, UK, Spain were done. Now we are left with what? And A cannot be at this place, and D. And D and E are the persons left over. And A faces the opposite direction to the person from New Zealand. Now New Zealand, A is opposite direction to the person from New Zealand. UK sits second to the right of the person. One of the immediate neighbors of the person from UK behind Italy. One of the persons of UK behind Italy. Now, one of the immediate neighbors of the person from UK behind the person from Italy. Then what is the other information here? A faces the opposite direction to the person from New Zealand. A is opposite to New Zealand. Next one, the persons from Italy, New Zealand and USA stay on consecutive floors, and the floor number of the person from Spain is double of that, and the floor number of B is the square of this one. Neither A nor A stays on the 6th floor. And this is what the information we have as of now, isn't it? Then we need to finalize the floors as well. Now regarding these floors, now one of the information, what is the information here? And the information is related to the Singapore. The person from Singapore stays on the topmost floor. The person from Singapore and is on the topmost floor. This person is Singapore, and Singapore is on the topmost floor, and there is only one floor between ground floor, top floor and so on. There is only one floor between Switzerland and the person from UK. And Switzerland and UK, there is only one floor between Switzerland and UK. Switzerland and UK. The next one, D and UK, there is only one person between D and UK. According information on the student, and D, and there is only one floor between Switzerland and the person from UK. Switzerland and UK, there must be exactly one. And SC is not from Italy. SC is not from Italy, and D is neither from UK nor from Australia. D neither UK nor Australia. As D cannot be from UK and Australia, and where should this D? D must be at this place. If D is here, hence A must be at this place. If A is here, B must be at this place. Done with this? Isn't it? Now D is neither from UK nor from Australia. Now this is the information which we have not taken. D is neither from UK nor from Australia. The next one. Then SC is not from Italy. As SC is not from Italy and D is neither from UK nor Australia, P sits to the immediate right of the person from Canada. And R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and is from Canada. C sits third to the right of the person from Spain. C is seated third to the right of the person from Spain, and P does not face A. P and A are not facing each other. The person from Switzerland sits exactly between Singapore and UK. The person from Australia faces the person from Singapore. We have taken that information. The person from Canada stays on an odd number floor. Now Canada stays on an odd number floor. Then who is that person? R is an odd number floor. Done with this? R stays on an odd number floor. Next one, T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left of Q. Only one person sits between the persons from Italy and USA. One person sits between means in the row. Italy and USA, there must be exactly one person, and only one person between Italy and USA. the person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q. Q, who is seated exactly in the middle of the row. P faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Spain, and D faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Italy. The person from Singapore stays on the top floor. Only one person between the person from Canada and Q. Now, between Canada and Q, there must be only one person between Canada and Q, and we have taken that information. And C sits to the immediate right of the person who is facing S, and the person from Australia stays on the 4th floor. Now, there is one more information, Australia on the 4th floor. If Australia is on the 4th floor and only two people sit between C and E, two people between C and E, S is neither from Switzerland nor from Brazil. S cannot be Switzerland nor from Brazil, isn't it? Hence, Brazil is also ruled out. And next one, Brazil, what is the other country left over here? One is Brazil is left over, and another one is Brazil and New Zealand are the two countries left over. And S is neither from Switzerland nor from Brazil. The person from UK sits second to the right of the one who is facing north direction. This kuda ayipindi kada? Then only one of the immediate neighbors of the person from UK behind the person from Italy. A faces the opposite direction to the person from New Zealand. A is opposite to the direct, that means A is opposite to New Zealand. Hence, who is that person from New Zealand here? Q. And Q is from New Zealand. As Q is from New Zealand, then what is the other information here? And what is the direction of this A? Opposite direction means this A must be facing towards south. As A is facing south, the person from Italy, New Zealand and USA stay on consecutive floors. Italy, USA and Italy, New Zealand and USA consecutive. Italy, USA and Italy, USA and New Zealand. Italy, New Zealand, USA stay on consecutive floors. Consecutive floors means either 11, 10, 9 or 10, 9, 8 and so on. We have n number of possibilities. And the floor number of the person from Spain, who is the person from Spain? Spain is S. And Spain is S, the floor is double of the floor number of the person from Canada. And Canada, and who is the person from Canada? R. As R is the person from Canada, and the person, this one, who is this person? Spain. And Spain must be double to this Canada. Double to this Canada, what are the different possibilities here? Now, R, Canada is on an odd number floor. As Canada is an odd number floor, and this Spain, the floor number of the person Spain is double that of Canada. And who is Spain here? Spain is, Spain E, and E is double to that of R. As E is double to that of R, tell me what are the different possibilities we can have. E is double to that of R, and R is on an odd number floor. As R is on an odd number floor, if R is on the first floor, E will be on the second floor. R is third floor, E will be sixth floor. R is fifth floor, E will be 10th floor, isn't it? Hence, R can be 1, 3, 5 and E can be 2, 4, 10, isn't it? R can be 1, 3, 5 and E is 2, 6 and 10. Then, next one. And what is the other information we have? The floor number of B, is the square of the floor number of P. Square of floor number of P means now the floor number of B must be either 1, 2 or 3, isn't it? 1, 2 or 3. 2 is not possible. Why 2 is not possible? Because if B is on this one, the floor number of B means B is from which state? B is from either, what is the only country left over here? Brazil. B is from Brazil. As B is from Brazil, now B is on the first floor, B cannot be on the first floor. Why B cannot be on the first floor? If B is on the first floor, then P must be again first floor. 1 and 1 square is 1 and the same. Hence, B cannot be on the first floor. Can B be on the second floor? If B is on the second floor, then what happens here? If B is on the second floor, then this P must be on the fourth floor. And P is USA, but as Australia is from fourth floor, that is also not possible. Hence, what is the only thing left over here? B must be on the third floor. Are you following this one or not? If B is on the third floor, then B square is how much? 9. Hence, P must be on the 9th floor. B on the third floor and P on the 9th floor. As B on the third floor and P on this one, hence B cannot be 3 and 6, this is ruled out. Now we are left with R can be either on the first floor and or the fifth floor. Follow avutunnaru leda? And first and the fifth. Then neither E nor A stays on the sixth floor. Neither E nor A stays on the sixth floor. E and A cannot be on the sixth floor. As E and A cannot be on the sixth floor, A and E cannot be on the sixth floor. A and E cannot be here. And this is what the information we have. And earlier we have one more information, UK and Switzerland are, UK and Switzerland, what happened to these two? UK and Switzerland are in the alternate places. And UK and Switzerland are in the alternate places. And UK is A and Switzerland is C. A and C are in the alternate places. As A and C are in the alternate places, then tell me what are the different possibilities we can have for this A and C. Cheppandi. And now these three are together. Which three countries are together? Italy, New Zealand and USA are together. As Italy, USA and New Zealand are together, then Italy, USA and New Zealand. And who are those three persons? Italy, USA and New Zealand. P, Q and T are adjacent to each other. As P, Q and T are adjacent to each other, now P is from USA. USA is already here. Now this person is from USA. As USA is already here, then the remaining three persons. Who are the remaining three persons here? No 1 minute. Now this B and P, the last information. What is the last information here? Squares. The floor number of B is the square of the number from P. B is the square of the number from P. Hence, P on the third floor and B must be on the ninth floor. And P on the third floor. And who is on the third floor here? P is on the third. If P is on the third floor, then B on the ninth floor. As B is on the ninth floor, then B is from Brazil. As B is from Brazil here, now these three persons are together. Which three persons? UK and USA and New Zealand, USA and Canada must be together. New Zealand, USA and Canada must be together. Then UK, New Zealand and Canada cannot be on the 11 and 10. 11 and 10 is not possible because you are not having three consecutive. And 876 or 765, there are only two possibilities. And what about this P? And P is from Canada. Canada is already here. As Canada is already here, P, now P is from USA. Now P is USA is already here. USA is at this place. As USA is at this place, then which three persons are adjacent? And the persons from Italy, New Zealand and USA are Italy, New Zealand and USA are staying together. As USA is here, hence New Zealand or Italy or New Zealand will be in these three places. Now Australia, USA, New Zealand, Italy were in the first two. Whereas they were New Zealand and Italy are in the first two. Now here R. Who is R here? R is Canada. R can be either 1 or 5. Out of which R cannot be on the first floor. Are you following this one or not? Follow avutunnaru leda? R ki manaki em cheppandi first floor aina undi, fifth floor aina undi. R first floor lo unte ippudu em ayipoyindi? R is from Canada. Kani manaki first floor lo undavalsindi Italy aina New Zealand aina. Isn't it? Hence R cannot be from first floor. As R cannot be from first floor, R must be on the fifth floor. As R is on the first floor, this person is from Canada. As this person is Canada, then R is here. And what about this E? E must be on the 10th floor. As E is on the 10th floor, this person is Spain. Spain is on this one. If Spain is here, then in between UK and Switzerland, there must be exactly one person. And UK and Switzerland, there must be exactly one person. Then what is the only possibility we have? UK and this one. If UK is on the 8th floor and Switzerland must be here, or the vice versa. And UK and Switzerland. And if UK and Switzerland were in these two places, then who is from UK here? And A is from UK. As A is from UK, any information regarding this A? Neither A nor E stays on the 6th floor. Hence, as A nor E stays on the 6th floor, hence A cannot be on the 6th floor. As A cannot be on the 6th floor, A must be on the 8th floor. As A is on the 8th floor and the person from Switzerland. Who is the person from Switzerland? C must be from this one. Sarvenda? And who are the persons left over? New Zealand and Italy. And these two persons can be either TRQ or TRQ. Done with this? Now here in this one, in each of these rows, there are different north and south directions, and at the same time, and these persons are staying on different floors. Now this is about question numbers 91 to 95. The next one, after this 91 to 95, next one is 96 to 100. Now in this 96 to 100, what is the information given in this 96 to 100? Now D must be at this place because that person is Singapore. D, E, B, A, C, R. Australia, who is the person from Australia here? S is the person from Australia. And P, T, R, Q, T, R, Q. Then question numbers 96 to 100. 8 members P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W of a family. Now 8 members of a family. Now these 8 members of a family are seated around a rectangular table with all of them facing outwards. All the persons are facing away from the center only. And each one of them likes a different type of sport, hockey, cricket, basket and so on. And there are 3 married couples in the family. That means how many persons got married? There are 6 persons who got married and 2 are unmarried. And each one of them likes a different colors as well. And the person who likes orange sits between brown and yellow. Now orange sits between brown and yellow, isn't it? Now we can take this brown, yellow and orange. Now 3 consecutive places. Orange sits between brown and yellow, and W is the only sister-in-law of P, whereas Q likes wrestling and daughter-in-law of R. Has completed writing this one? Now let us start with this question numbers 96 to 100. Now in this 96 to 100, tell me, now this is a square table, square or rectangular table. Now in this one, then how many persons are along this row? Now 3 persons, 3 married couples are there, and the person who likes orange sits between brown and yellow. And W is the sister-in-law of P. W is the sister-in-law of P, and whereas Q likes wrestling and daughter-in-law of R. R is here. R's daughter-in-law is Q. Daughter-in-law means R is having a son. Now this son's wife is there. Now this wife likes wrestling. W is the sister-in-law of P. W is the sister-in-law of P, whereas Q likes wrestling and daughter-in-law of R. Now Q likes wrestling and this person is the daughter-in-law of R. Done with this? Daughter-in-law of R. And the person who likes brown sits between purple and orange. Brown sits between purple and orange. Brown is in between purple and orange. Brown sits between purple and orange. And what is the other information we have initially? The person who likes orange sits between brown and yellow. Now that means in total, if you observe here, yellow, orange, brown and purple, these 4 must be together. Follow avutunna leda? Hence which 4 must be together here? He has given 3 and 3 one more. Hence in total these 4 must be together. Which 4 must be together? The person who likes orange between brown and yellow, orange in between brown and yellow. If you take here 1, 2, 3, 4, their positions were also not clearly given here. Now if you take yellow at this place, then what is the other thing left over here? Orange will be here. If orange is here, brown will be here. If brown is here, then purple will be here, isn't it? Now you can take any 4 consecutively in this order, starting with yellow, orange, brown, purple, or brown, orange, yellow and purple, brown, orange, yellow. Either that way or this way. Now what is the first information we have? And first one. And the person who likes orange sits between brown and yellow. Orange is in between brown and yellow. And at the same time, the person who likes brown sits between purple and orange. Brown is in between purple and orange. And P, who is the father of U? Now this P is the father of whom? P is the father of U. P is the father of U. P who is the father of U and uncle of V. Now this P is the uncle of V. As P is the uncle of V, hence V must be like this. Are you following this one or not? And uncle of V. That means P and this one are there. Uncle of V sits to the left of the person who likes hockey. And V sits to the left of the person who likes hockey. And U is an immediate neighbor of her aunt W. And U is an immediate neighbor of her aunt W. And U is an immediate neighbor of the person aunt. Aunt is also there. W is there. Next one. The two youngest members sit. U is an immediate neighbor of her aunt W, and W does not sit next to S. R does not like tennis or badminton. The two youngest members sit adjacent to each other, and the one who likes cricket between V and the one who likes boxing. The person who likes white sit between yellow and blue. V is third to the left of S. V does not like brown and red. The person brown sit between purple and orange. Brown sits between purple and orange. The one who likes wrestling sits between the persons who like badminton and tennis respectively. And the person who likes white does not sit at any corner in the rectangle. That means corner is there. As corner is there, corner and centers were there. And S's husband, S is having a husband. Now S is having a husband means S is a female. Now this S is having a husband as well. S's husband and son sit next to each other. S is having a husband and S is having a son as well. And these two persons are adjacent. And three persons between U and the one who likes neither S nor U. And football is not liked by V's father. Now V is having a father as well. Isn't it? And V's father, V does not like basketball or badminton. S is the mother of P and T. Now here the information is given. S is the mother of whom? S is the mother of both P and T. Now this P comes under the second generation and T must be here, isn't it? S. That means S must come into the which generation? S must come into the first generation. S is the mother of both V and T. S is a female, R is here and P and T is here. And P is, whatever this P is a male, isn't it? As P is a male, then and P and Q are married. Then who is the other person here? Now we are having, that is T. Now T and V. Now this P's child is U, P and Q's child is U, isn't it? P and Q's child is U. And next one, who is the next person here? T is here. If T is here, then who is the other person? W. W guరించి first ఇచ్చాడు. What is the information here? W is the daughter-in-law. As W is the daughter-in-law, W is here and T is a male. Are you following this one or not? Hence, now T and W, R, S, P, Q, U is done. Now who is the other person left over here? And V is the person left over. Now this is the family tree. As the family tree has been finalized here, now let us finalize the seating arrangement. Now 8 members of a family, and football, boxing, wrestling and tennis, 3 married couples in the family. Now who are the 3 married couples? RS, TW and P and Q are the 3 married couples, and each one of them likes different colors, and at the same time, and the person who likes orange sits between brown and yellow. W is the sister-in-law of P. W is the sister-in-law of P means P's brother is T and T's wife is W. W is the sister-in-law of P, only sister-in-law of P. Whereas Q likes wrestling and daughter-in-law of R. Q is daughter-in-law of R. Next one, the person who likes brown sits between purple and orange. P who is the father of U. Now this P is the father of U and the uncle of V. P is the uncle of V and sits to the left of the person who likes hockey. Now V sits to the left of the person who likes hockey, and V is to the left of the person who likes hockey. And V is to the left hand side of the person who likes hockey. And U is an immediate neighbor of her aunt. And U is an immediate neighbor of her aunt, U is an immediate neighbor of her aunt, isn't it? U is an immediate neighbor of her aunt. Her aunt means U is a female. Are you catching this one or not? And U is immediate neighbor of her aunt. And who is the aunt of this one? W. Hence, U and W are adjacent to each other. U and W are adjacent to each other. Follow out? And U is an immediate neighbor of her aunt. U is an immediate neighbor of her aunt W, and W does not sit next to S, and W and S are not adjacent to each other, and W and S cannot be adjacent to each other, and usual immediate neighbor of your aunt W does not sit adjacent to S, or does not like tennis or badminton, or tennis or badminton, and the two youngest members sit next to each other, and who are the two members? U and V. Now U, W and V are adjacent to each other, isn't it? Hence, as U and W are already here, hence V, U and W must be adjacent to each other. Follow avutunna leda? Now these three persons were adjacent. U is an immediate neighbor of your aunt W. W who does not sit adjacent to S, or like tennis or badminton, the two youngest are seated adjacent, and V, the one who likes cricket, sits between V and the one who likes boxing. And V and the one who likes boxing, who is the person here? And the one who likes cricket. The one who likes cricket sits in between V and the one who likes boxing, and the person who likes white, the person who likes white sits between yellow and blue. Yellow and blue, white is here. Now this must be white, if this is white, and this must be blue, isn't it? White and blue. Follow avutunna leda? And white and blue. V does not like brown and red. V is thought to the left of S. White sit between yellow and blue. White sit between yellow and blue. Next one. V is thought to the left of S. As V is seated thought to the left hand side of S. As all the persons are facing away from the center. V is thought to the left of S, and V does not like brown and red. V does not like brown and red. Brown is ruled out to this V. The person who like brown sit between purple and orange. Brown is in between purple and orange, the same information given once again. The one who likes wrestling sits between the persons badminton and tennis respectively. Wrestling. Who is that wrestling here? Wrestling means Q is in between badminton and tennis respectively. The person who likes white does not sit at corner in the rectangle. Now white is at the center, isn't it? White is at the center. Then S's husband and son sit next to her. S's husband. Who is S's husband? R and P adjacent to this one. S's husband, R and P and T are adjacent to each other. Next one. Three persons sit between the one who likes white and the one who likes wrestling. White and wrestling, how many persons are there? There must be exactly three persons. Hence, now wrestling person must be, Q must be at this place. There must be exactly three persons. Hence, this is wrestling. Are you following this one or not? Now we got this information, wrestling is here. As this wrestling is at this place, then the one who likes wrestling sits between the persons badminton and tennis respectively. Now badminton and tennis respectively means, now badminton or tennis, tennis and badminton, here also tennis and badminton respectively. And wrestling, tennis, badminton are adjacent to each other. And next one, who likes tennis, the person who likes white does not sit at any corner. S's husband and son sit next to her. S's husband and son means S, R and P, R, T adjacent to each other. And three persons sit between white and the one who likes wrestling. Neither S nor U like white. Neither S nor U likes white. S and U does not like white. S and U cannot be here. As S and U cannot be here, then next one. S and U does not like white. Football is not liked by V's father. And who is V's father here? T. And T does not like football. As T does not like football, next one. V does not like basketball or badminton. V does not like basketball or badminton. As V basketball or badminton, S is the mother of both P and T and sits second to the left of T. And S is seated second to the left of T. As S is seated second to the left of T, as all these persons are facing away from the center. As S is sits second to the left of T, tell me what is the possibility we have? S and T. S and T, okay sir Jordan. S is seated adjacent to, S is seated in between, S is seated in between what? S is seated in between her husband and son. And again this person is seated second to the left of T. One of the son is T, second to the left of this person. As T is here, now two persons sit between the brown and the one who likes white. Brown and the one who likes white, there are exactly 2 persons. Saripindi kada? Brown and white, there are 2 persons. As brown and white, there are 2 persons here. As Q is at this place, V, U and W must be adjacent to each other. Avuna kada? V, U and W can be in these 3 places, isn't it? Or can be in these 3 places. And out of this, now if you take this T at this place, T at this place. If T is at this place, T is away from the center. If T is here, then S will be here. Why S is here? Because S is seated second to the left. As S is seated second to the left of this person, then the remaining 2 persons, S is seated in between R and P. As S is seated between R and P, then if P is here, R will be here, or R and P can be vice versa. As S, P, R, Q and T were done, now we are left with U, V and W, out of which U, V and W, U and V and W, V and W here. Follow avutunna leda? U, V and W. And V is seated to the immediate right of the person who likes hockey. Avuna kada? V is seated to the immediate right of the person who likes hockey. Gurinchi edaina information unnattunden? V does not like basketball or badminton. As V does not like basketball or badminton, and S is the mother of P and T and sits second to the left of T, 2 persons between brown and the one who likes white. Now, this is the final arrangement. Now, in this final arrangement, now we need to finalize the positions of these persons. There are 3, and the person who likes orange sits between brown and yellow. W is the only sister-in-law of P, whereas Q likes wrestling and daughter-in-law of R. Q likes wrestling and daughter-in-law of R. And the person who likes brown sits between purple and orange. P is the father of Q and is the uncle of V. Sits to the left of the person who likes hockey. Now P is seated second to the left. P sits, and P, who is the father of U and uncle of V. Now this P sits to the left of the person who likes hockey. Now this P sits second to the left of the person who likes hockey, and the person who likes hockey must be at this place, because all these persons are facing away from the center. Are you following this one or not? Then, and V sits to the left of the person who likes hockey. U is an immediate neighbor of your aunt. U is an immediate neighbor of your aunt means U and W are adjacent to each other, and W who does not sit next to S. W is not seated next to S. As W is not seated next to S, isn't it? W is not seated next to S. Hence W cannot be here. As W cannot be here, W is not seated next to S. Hence where is this one? W is not sit next to S. And R does not like tennis or badminton. R does not like tennis or badminton, or neither tennis nor badminton. Tennis cannot be here. R cannot be tennis and badminton. R does not like tennis and badminton. Next one. U is an immediate neighbor of your aunt W. W does not sit adjacent to S. And next one. R does not like tennis or badminton. The 2 youngest members sit adjacent to each other. That means U and V are adjacent to each other, and U and V are adjacent to each other. Next one. And the one who likes cricket sits between V and the one who likes boxing. Cricket is in between V and the one who likes boxing. V and the one who likes boxing. Tell me where can this V and boxing? And cricket is in between V and the one who likes boxing. Now V is here, V and the one who likes boxing, and the person who likes white sit between yellow and blue. V is third to the left of S. V is seated third to the left of S. As V is seated third to the left of S, S is away, V must be here. If V is here, W must be here. Now V is seated third to the left of S. As V does not like brown and red, the person who likes brown sits between purple and orange. The one who likes wrestling sits between the persons badminton and tennis. Badminton and tennis respectively. As badminton and tennis respectively, and this person badminton and tennis respectively. And out of which this V and hockey gunche the information cheppandi. Now, as what is the information here? W is the sister-in-law of P, whereas Q likes wrestling and daughter-in-law of R. Person who likes brown P is the father of V and uncle of V, sits to the left of the person who likes hockey. Now, we have taken that information. U is an immediate neighbor of her aunt. W does not sit adjacent to S. R does not like tennis or badminton. R does not like tennis or badminton. And the two youngest person, the one who likes cricket sits between V and the one who likes boxing. V and the one who likes boxing. Hence, who must like boxing here? And V and the one who likes boxing. And everyone Japan boxing must be V is here. As V is here, boxing must be at this place, W. V and the one who likes boxing. As V and the one who likes boxing, and next one. V is thought to the left of S. The person who likes white sits between yellow and blue. And V is thought to the left of S. V is seated thought to the left of S. V does not like brown and red. As V does not like brown and red, then tell me what is the color left over here? Blue, white, yellow, orange, brown, purple we have done. And this person does not like red. And so who likes red? This U must like red. If U likes red, and this person must like green. Done? And next one, the person who likes brown sits between purple and orange. The one wrestling sits between the person's badminton and tennis respectively. Badminton and tennis respectively. And the person who likes white does not sit at any of the corner. S's husband and son seated next to her, and three persons sit between the one who likes white and the one who likes wrestling. And neither S nor U like white. Football is not liked by V's father. And T does not like football. As T does not like football, then whatever this one, boxing has been done, and badminton and tennis. And Q is what? Q is wrestling. Q wrestling అయిపోయింది. And here tennis or badminton, here hockey, and this is what? This is, and boxing has been done. And boxing is done. Now this cricket is in between. V and the one who likes boxing unda leda. Hence this person must be cricket. If this person likes cricket, then now this person does not like tennis and badminton. As this person R does not like tennis, then tell me who is the person that likes tennis here? Tennis inka milipindi ani cheppandi. And tennis and badminton. Hence R cannot be tennis and badminton, isn't it? And what is the game left over? And T gurinchi inka undipoyindi kada. Football is not liked by V's father. And who is V's father here? T is V's father. Hence T does not like football and cannot be tennis, cannot be badminton. Hence what is left over here? Basketball. And this person must be basketball. If this person is basketball, this person must be football. Saripenda? If this person is football, the remaining two, badminton and tennis. And V does not like basketball or badminton. And next one, V does not like basketball or badminton. Now this person B does not like badminton, and this V must like which one? V must like tennis. If V likes tennis, and this person P likes badminton, and P likes badminton. Done with this? Now T, color is white, and he likes basketball, and W blue color boxing, U cricket red, V tennis green, and Q purple and wrestling, and P badminton and brown, S orange and hockey, R football and yellow. And this is what the information we have, and this is about question numbers 96 to 100. Yes, write down this arrangement. After writing down this arrangement, now in this paper, if you observe here, there are two sets, isn't it? Now almost all the sets are little bit difficult, isn't it? Hence please mark this for again practice, because after going to your home I have given the solution to this one. After going to your home, work out the entire files once again. And in yesterday's paper also we have found two sets which are difficult, isn't it? From here onwards the papers are a little bit difficult because the notification is already out, and we are making the papers a little bit difficult. Done with this? Now this is about paper number 645. Yes, write down this arrangement. Then, yes, anything left out in this paper? Inka number series unda ekkada cheppandi number series? Easy ga unnadi. Yes, any doubts in those number series?